So we got the two does milked. I have to pin the little ones up in this kennel while I'm doing that because they want to get out and jump all over everything and mess with the does, and then they're kicking and trying to kick the bucket over. So we got them pinned up. We're going to get them out. Case in point. We're going to get them out and give them milk in the feed pan now. We're kind of transitioning them off of a bottle to a feed pan. So we're going to do that. We're still bottle feeding Zelda though, so we'll get them out real quick. Look at look. Come here, goats. Get back here, goats. Go on.
There's a shovel right here. Over here. Over here.
And then here's Zelda.
She drinks her bottle down in about a minute and a half. It's 32 ounces, so. See the wrinkle on her nose? So Zelda's still quite a bit smaller than the other goats. That's why we're still bottle feeding her, make sure she gets enough. But the other ones are taking good to the feed pan of milk. They're probably getting ready to come over here and rush this.
Uh-oh.
Dad, you feed me goats?
Yep, all done.
You
So,
want some more?
you can tell the little boy goats, we didn't disbud them. We're letting their horns grow out because we're going to either sell them for meat or we're going to butcher them ourselves this fall. So we didn't worry about disbudding them the other day when we did the doelings. We did ban the little boys. So I think it was last week sometime. So they're starting to shrivel up now, and they'll be full-blown wethers here in probably another week or so.
Hi, Zelda.
No.
Practicing for the milk stand.
Yeah, practicing for the milk. But we've got some more stuff to do this morning for chores. We had to run to the feed mill and get feed for our meat chickens. So we're going to move them out into the pasture here in a minute. We'll show you that. First, we've got to get the pasture mowed a little bit to put the chickens on it. So we'll be doing that next. growing so good, the cow and the sheep can't even keep up with the growth. So the meat birds, this grass here is just way too tall. They can get lost in it. Plus, when you're going to drag your tractor through all this, it's a pain in the butt. So we're gonna knock it down. I'm sorry for the voice. I got allergies or something going on, but we're gonna knock it down. The birds will be able to pick through it and eat it a lot better, and it'll also keep them drier. When we move the pen in the mornings, there won't be any dew on the grass, or they won't be walking through the wet grass. So we're gonna get out here and make a couple swipes with the bush hog, knock it down, and then we'll drag the chickens out.
And why are you putting the chickens in the pasture versus back in the yard like we used to?
So the chickens do a great job of fertilizing, and they eat every bit of grass. So the last couple of years we put them in the yard, we've drug them around our fruit trees and berry bushes and all that, and they fertilize so well that the grass is just going crazy there. So I'll see if I've got a picture, I believe, somewhere on my phone. I'll see if I can put that in the video and show you all the difference. And you can tell right where we drug the tractor. But we drag it over the same spot every year, so I'm trying to change it up a little bit. And the other thing is it's on a hillside, and dragging a 10 by 10 pen on a hillside while not trying to kill 50 chickens that are inside of it is tough. So if we get it up here, it'll be somewhat level, and then it'll also fertilize the pasture. And I know it's pretty. She's pretty too. I know it's pretty, all these yellow flowers, but that's not food. So that's for the animals. So we're going to try to drag the chickens through here. They'll take care of all the seeds and everything, and just scratch up all the ground. We'll maybe come back with like a cover crop, or some kind of fescue or something like that later on.
Ruth and Naomi. I tell you what, they are two of the best mothers. Both of their lambs are just solid. I don't even know where. There's Kago. He's a big old boy now. We still have yet to band him. We tried the other day, but things hadn't dropped yet, so we weren't able to. But we'll get him banded soon. And uh-oh, there goes help. The issue right now that I am foreseeing is somebody has a tad bit of needing things to be perfectly aligned. That's just impulsive, slightly. So this strip right here is gonna drive him bonkers, and I guarantee you he's gonna come to me later today and be like, I gotta mow the pasture. I gotta mow the pasture. It's gotta happen. So you guys mark my words. So we're gonna come out and take a peek at the swarm we caught the other day. It looks like it's still doing it, at least from the outside. But anyway, just take a peek. Now granted, it is cold today. Well, relatively, considering it's May and it's like 60 degrees. But just take a look And you'll see that there's still some action going on in our little swarm box. And, you know, relative to the big hive, it's doing pretty good. We're hoping it'll warm up because right now, like, the locust trees and the honeysuckle's all blooming, but if it's cold, the bees don't really fly that much. So we're hoping it'll warm up and that way we can get some honey going. That'd be great. Hopefully he is about done. He's still, I guarantee you he's gonna try to mow the whole pasture, just guarantee it. But these little guys we're gonna be moving. So there is a trick to moving and making sure you don't squish all of them. But so far they are doing great. Yeah, we'll get them moved and you can see how much they've already eaten down. I'll show you that, but we'll see about how we're gonna get them moved without squishing them because we gotta go from here all the way out to there. So, well, once he gets finished, we'll get started on that.
Breakdown.
Well, we have a few we've gotten out thus far, but they're all congregating at the very back, so they're after all the green grass. And the goal is out here, but we've got to get some feed or something to get them to the front, because otherwise we just run them over and, you know. So.
Come on, babies.
Or should I do that first? No. Hang on. Oh. Holy tamale. No, sir.
Grab another scoop, please. Now we gotta catch them. Get them all back in that thing. I don't know that a bucket was a good idea. Oh, this is gonna work too well. Alright. Bucket ain't gonna work too well.
It'll be fine. Oh, we got some spit.
Alright, let's get this box chickens to the chicken tractor.
Are we going to just jump on them? Hey!
Go down.
Carly.
So we're gonna end up setting it on chicks.
It's good. We definitely put the right way.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've done this before. Come on out, guys. That's turn. We decided to do this. Now they're going into it. The door's shut. And hold on for dear life. Come on, guys. Come on! There. Good grief. Chickens, it'll be fun. Nice, up there.
Rodeo complete. We have all chicks in. They're currently going to town on all of the grass. We'll get out and water them, and then we are done with chickens for the day. Holy goofy. But we do need to catch Maya. Maya kind of got out when we had the gate open. Go find her.
So we're feeding these chicks a meat bird grower from the local mill. I'd have to look at the tag and tell you what all's in it. But it's worked really well for us in the last 2 years. And it's cheaper than going to Rural King or Tractor Supply and buying it. I've been feeding them like 4 gallons a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. They're going right on through it. So I'm gonna start giving a little bit more. We're trying to speed them up growing just a little bit because the week we leave for vacation is when they'll need to be butchered. So we're trying to step them up just a little bit, raise them, get them butchering size a little quicker. So, and I've got to get my water fixed. This little water here, I have to do it about 3 times a day, fill it up to 1 gallon. They go through it pretty quick. So typically I'll take this bucket of feed and I'll pour it out in front of the tractor and then lift the front end up and move it, and they'll run to the feed and I can drag the tractor right over them and not bother them. But being that we just had so much trouble getting them in here, I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm just going to feed them right here.
What's some trouble?
I'm just going to dump it in the pile. Let them, I can go to town. Typically I'd lay it out in several big lines, that way they can spread out, but it's hard to do it in a line under here. And it's going to be interesting out here in this pasture too, because the goats last year were out in the pasture, the adults we have anyway. But the younger ones weren't around this, but they've been around it in the yard and haven't messed with it too much. But Belle here has never been around the chicken tractor, so we may come out one morning and find her laying on top of it sleeping or something. But, oh, I don't know if we told you all, we AI bred her the other day, like what? Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. I got allergies. But anyway, the other day we AI bred her probably a little over, almost 2 weeks ago. Well, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. So anyway, we'll be watching for her the next week. We'll see if she comes in to eat. Hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully the AI took. But if it didn't, we'll try again.
Oh.
Don't bend over in front of a cow. Cow will eat you. Alright. Leave that cinder block and put on here. Hold this down a little bit. Sedgel is going to get the dog, the Maya Pyrenees, get her back in the pasture. Belle and I and y'all, we're gonna walk down here and look at the pigs real quick, check on them. We fill this feeder up with about 1,000 pounds of feed once every, well, right now probably once a month actually. Take them a while to eat it. But once they get later in the summer, about once every 2 weeks we'll fill it up. And so we don't see them at other, maybe once or twice during the week we'll walk down here with a bucket of scraps from the kitchen and feed them. But I haven't been down here in a week to see them, so we'll get down here and check them, make sure everybody's doing all right. All right, got plenty of feed. I mean, there's still a good bit of feed in there. So every year after we butcher our hogs in the fall, the food plot mixes for deer, wildlife, go on sale. So we come down here and we spread it out. Try to do 2 bags. This year we only did 1, but they haven't really hurt the grass a whole lot yet. They've done some rooting. Show you all the tadpoles in this pond real quick. Got a bunch of tadpoles. They're just all over. I mean, it's right there. It's black with them. Maybe it'll be a bunch of bullfrogs, and we can frog gig this pond in a year. That would be great. All right, I found the pigs. They're in the Taj Mahal. We're gonna sneak up and be real quiet. See if we can get some video of them sleeping, because once they see us, they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna grunt and bark like dogs and take off running, so we'll sneak up on them. Y'all be quiet. They're waking up. Goodness. Oh, there they go. There they go. So that's the kind of pig that you get when you have your feeder set up and you're there, always have feed. They don't care about you. They don't need you for anything. So until they start to associate me with food, they're going to act like that. That and the fact that we don't see them very often, but they're going to act like that. They're going to booger every time. Every time they see us, they're going to spook and run. So they're down over the pond bank here, and they're coming back up. Of course, Tyrion's gone to help us. They're looking good. All 8 of them are still here. Ain't that awful? Tyrion's herding our pigs for us. Come here, pig. Come here, pig. You're probably thinking, man, I'm glad you're still alive. Would have gotten hungry at some point. I love having pigs. They're such an easy animal to keep. If you keep them right, they don't make a big stink. They don't smell horrible. Nothing better than fresh pork in the freezer. And I feel like down here at this spot, we give them a pretty good life. They got all these little shade trees around here, and they can lay in the mud. They can get out in the pond. In the summertime, they'll start to look like a hippopotamus. They get out there in the water and they'll lay down, and they don't. They lay there with their heads above, or their nose and their eyes above the water, and their ears just looking. But they'll grow up to enjoy it down here. So thank y'all for watching our happenings on the homestead today. If you would subscribe. Ooh, don't bite my leg. Pigs bite my leg. So if you would subscribe, share the video. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up so we can keep this going, make it a feasible thing to keep doing for everybody. As these pigs grow up, we're going to show you all the butchering. We're going to show you how we process them. We do all of it ourselves. We even cure some hams, so we'll show you all how we do that, how we cut the bacon, I mean everything about them. So you're going to see from start to finish on this. These pigs here are going to get up to about 250, 300 pounds before we butcher them. So anyway, but to make this all work, make this feasible to keep putting videos up and bring y'all along, we got to get our numbers up a little bit so we can make it worthwhile. So anyway, so like the video, share it, leave a comment for us. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you all in the next video. We gotta mow this pasture. We need to get some beef calves or something to put on this.
Told ya.